Hey critics, and welcome back to the Critic Chronicles YouTube channel where you get commentary reviews and tabloid news. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Hey critics, you know what time it is. It's time for critical news you can use. I want to start off by actually talking about Miss Halle Berry, that is. Congratulations are in order for the Academy Award winning actress. She's engaged to musician Van Hunt. She announced this during the Today Show starring, of course, Jimmy Fallon, where she confirmed that she finally said yes. Halle, huh? She says he put a little ring on it. She was on the Today Show last year with Jenna and Friends, where Van was on with her, and this is kind of what he actually had to say.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
How does it feel to do this together?
Well, it feels better now. I'm going to hold her hand. It feels better.
Oh,
We've been doing this for 5 years
Yes.
together, so this is like the longest relationship I've ever had.
and you said it.
Now, when Halle said or verified that this was the longest relationship she's ever had, and she's been married a few times, I was a little surprised because I don't think I calculated that. I always be looking at their art, and you know what they do in terms of their careers. So hearing this was a little new, that 5 years was the longest relationship she's actually been in. So yeah.
Like the happiest
It's
you've ever been.
when you find your person, you find your person, and I now have found my person finally. So,
I love that so
You're
much.
a veteran now.
I'm a veteran.
Yeah. How did y'all meet?
Well, we met in COVID.
Yeah.
And through text.
Through text.
His brother introduced us. He worked for Respin, my menopause company. He worked for Respin, and he said, my brother would be perfect for you. And I was like,
You've heard that before.
yeah, I've heard that. And I don't like to be set up. And I said something like, well, I don't like to be set up. And he said, well, how has that worked out for you?
Oh.
And I said, okay, touche.
But my response to my brother was just as negative.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't, you know. And
Yeah.
who asked you if you want to date Halle Berry?
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't sound like a real question.
But I kind of love that you guys, it was like a slow burn. You know, you were talking via text, got to be
Yes.
friends first, it sounds like.
I will say that even before this interview came out, one of the things I heard Halle say was the fact that she met him via text message, or they were communicating a lot via text message. They hadn't met each other basically. So it was really this genuine, true, child, he don't know me, but they started just communicating and talking about life and sharing their stories and all of the things. And then they actually went public in like 2020, I believe. So the same year that they got to know each other is the same year that they also came out in terms of being in a public relationship. So yeah, okay.
And that was key. Before we ever got together in any physical kind of way, I had fallen madly in love just through talking and telling and sharing every single thing, all of our good, our bad, our dirty. We were completely honest because we were in COVID, and who cared? I thought if I never see him face to face, he's going to know all this stuff, and who cares?
It was kind of like a battle royale. We were trying to outdo each other with like negative statements like, yeah, well, you cheated on your last one, but did you do this?
Which made y'all feel sort of safe, right? You were like, aired all the dirty laundry.
Yes.
Well, you know what? I think what's amazing is one of the reasons you're here is your girl has created this incredible company, Respin, and we were joking that you've become the unofficial man for menopause.
Mascot.
A man for menopause.
Mascot?
Mascot.
Yeah.
The man
Yeah.
mascot. What has it been like to watch Halle like lean into something that's helped so many women?
I'm actually really proud of her because we grew in this together.
Yeah.
We learned about it together, and I think that gives you a special insight as her partner, understanding what she's going through, having kind of an empathetic, relationship. And so it's been,
And women need to have supportive partners, because this affects women, but it really affects men too. Because every man knows a woman, is married to a woman, loves a woman, has a daughter, has a mother, works with a woman. Like, men need to understand what's happening to women at this time of life. We spend half our life now in our menopausal years, right?
And so it sounds to me like, of course, Halle was set up by somebody who worked for her menopause company. It just so happened to work out and be Van. And then Van, as the years, it seems like, has gone by, they've learned together in terms of the company. Interesting. So I'm I'm definitely interested to see what the future of these two look like. But People reports that Halle has formerly been married 3 times to a former MLB player, David Justice, from 93 to 97, singer and actor Eric Benet, which is probably the relationship I probably paid attention to the most. It was from 2001 to 2005. Child, everybody was looking at Eric like, why would you do that to Halle Berry? Why would you cheat? Why would you have a problem like that? Anyway, Olivier Martinez from 2013 to 2016. And while the relationship makes Halle very happy, People also says that she's in no rush to wed. We're happy for you. However, if you want to stay engaged forever, I fully 1000% support that. Because it don't matter what I got to say. Girl, that's just me. I'm just speaking for myself. And that will be my opinion for you. As a reminder, though, Halle is also still at odds, unfortunately, with her ex, Martinez, over their son, who is 12. Reportedly, I guess Olivier be trying to let the young man play soccer all the time. Don't worry about the schooling. Just kind of neglects other very important things that's in the child's life outside of just, I think, sports, specifically, I think, soccer. That's what the rumor has it. They basically also still share custody, and things have not been easy between them. Hunt also has a son who reportedly he has bonded with also Halle's son as well. And maybe that could be as a result of the fact that he also has a son. But yeah, Van has also reportedly bonded with the son and sort of, mended some things as well. So additionally, Halle also has a daughter who is the oldest, and she is actually off to college, I believe, in the fall semester. So congratulations to her. Yeah, when you've done the marriage thing a time or two, do you really need it again? I mean, maybe for some, but hear me when I say a forever engagement with a whole lot of loving in the meantime and in between time sounds like a recipe for a successful long-term life together. But that's only if you ask me, okay? As a reminder, here at the Critic Chronicles, our goal is to provide quality but juicy content from websites, digital magazines, and tabloids, most of which are sourced from our public libraries. Research from the National Library of Medicine show that there are an estimated 17,000 public libraries nationwide, totaling 4 million visits each day. Public libraries are civic organizations that are committed to providing invaluable resources beyond books that are free and open to the public. Get your library card to access thousands of resources today. As a reminder, y'all, we are hosting Blogmas in honor of Black History Month, and we'll release a video every day in the month of February 2026. We are also using this as a kickoff to 1,000 subscribers, so tell a critic of a critic to subscribe, baby. And also, be sure to subscribe to our backup channel, Hey Critics, also linked in the show notes. Thanks again for tuning into the Critic Chronicles YouTube channel, where you get commentary, reviews, and tabloid news. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload.